What up, YouTube? It's me, Isaac, coming to you with another edition of my life. So, as I've stated before, I got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection like the same day it came out. Thank God for that. That was awesome. And the first game I played was Sacred Cards, and and then I played Reshef of Destruction, and I used that term very loosely because of how hard it is. And if you've played it before, you know what I mean by hard, even with the enhancements that the early days collections came with. And even with those, there's one enhancement I absolutely love, and at the same time, if I hit it by mistake, which I did last night, it will completely wreck your progress in the game. And let's just say I was really close to beating the game, and then I basically got stuck, and then I hit load slate, which is save slate, and then load slate are quick ways of remembering to save your game. And that was one of the biggest mistakes of me playing Reshef of Destruction, because I basically got sent all the way back to finding the third Millennium item, and luckily I already had my deck built by that time. So yeah, that really freaking sucks. So last night after getting back from my family's multiple birthday parties, which by that I mean we all had one giant gathering because a bunch of my dad's side of the family has birthdays in the same month. Wonder why, if you know what I mean. And I'm just joking around. If you know my jokes, you'll understand why I'm joking around. Oh, Lord, I love my life and I love my family so damn much. And so, yeah, back to Reshef of Destruction, and basically, quote unquote, screwing myself over until late last night around, I don't know, let's say 2 a.m. So we got back around maybe, I think, 9:30, or although we left Arnie's at around 8 o'clock, and then we stopped at Ollie's to try and restock me up on Ghost, but they were completely out, which really sucked for me because I really enjoy Ghost Hydration. Although I do have some regular Ghost in my fridge that I'll probably pop open. Maybe if I go to the card shop, I'll grab one before I go and pop that open. Or I'll probably just buy a drink at the card shop like I did 2 weeks ago, since I didn't go last week. Like I said, the 10th I had something to do. If y'all saw that video, you know what I had to do, which was crappy. Well, besides the fact that I got to meet my namesake and meet a bunch of people, that was kind of cool, but hey, we were all there for a somber reason, but I digress again. And so back to Reshef of Destruction and me basically having to mostly restart the game, because at that point you only had 2 millennium items. I only had 2 millennium items out of 7 because, like I said, I hit load slate and I forgot that I had only loaded. I only save slated once since I started, just because I got Slay for the Sky Dragon. Although I do already have every card in the game thanks to one enhancement, which is unlock every card in the game, which is nice. And so I already had Slifer, Raw, Obelisk, Raw Phoenix mode, which if you discard it, you play Raw for free, which is nice. Although that is how I ended up getting the third millennium item after stupidly loading Slate instead of saving Slate after I got the fifth millennium item. I feel kind of dumb for doing that. So, yeah. So, last night after we got home, I loaded the game back up and quite literally fought my way back to, well, video game. Quite literally fought my way back through, through everything I had spent the last couple of days doing. Because, like I said, with the physical cartridges back when they came out in '04, which, God, I can't believe that's been 20 years ago that one of the hardest games I've ever played came out, which I find funny. That game came out back in '04, although it came out an entire year after Sacred Cards in Japan, which I find hilarious that it only came out like 4 or 5 months after Sacred Cards here, and then it came out again in a weird double pack, which I also bought. So over the years, I've had, let's see, 4 copies of Sacred Cards plus the early days collection, so I guess 5 copies of Sacred Cards. I've had 3 copies of Reshuffle Destruction physically, plus the early days collection, so 4 copies of Reshuffle Destruction. Never actually beat Reshuffle Destruction because, like I said, on the early '04 hardware, that game is a complete you know what. Even on the double pack hardware, it's a complete you know what. I'm surprised I was even able to get where I was when I started playing Reshuffle Destruction. I thought it was gonna be just as hard. Although, like I said, the enhancements to unlock every card, 9 copies of every card is kind of nice. And unlock max duelist level and max card capacity, which is over 65,000. And I think the max duelist level is about a tenth of that. But yeah, that's just really freaking weird that I that I hit load slate instead of save slate. That usually happens. Well, not usually. That rarely happens that I hit the wrong slate, but I was running on adrenaline, and I thought I hit save slate when I hit load slate, which, like I said, that irritated the piss out of me, hypothetically speaking. And yeah, it's just been really fun getting back through, although I didn't lose any of my deck because, like I said, the enhancements where one, unlock 9 copies of every card every time you turn on the game, which is really nice, so you don't lose any inventory, even if you lose a duel, which is really nice. But I made sure that I hit save slate instead of load slate again, so now I'm back to where I was before I hit load slate, which, like I said, that irritated the mess out of me. Because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I forgot that I save slated that early into the game, which, if you know what save slate is, you'll know to use it quite often, which I do whenever I've got a game with save slates, which is really weird that I hit save slate instead of load slate. I feel kind of stupid about that, but hey, at least it didn't ruin any of my deck because of that, thank God. So that was just really weird to do all that, but yeah. I'm your host, Isaac Brummett. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. I know I sure as hell will. Peace out, y'all.